What is going on, guys? It's Scorpion HD here, back again with some more coverage of Star Wars Battlefront. Obviously, as you can see by the title, I've played the game. I actually took part in the closed alpha that took place starting last Thursday and ended on Sunday night there. Played a good few hours of the game, and before I get into this, I'd just like to say I don't think this breaches the NDA that I had to sign to, gain access to the alpha in any way, because I've seen videos like this where, people like Jack Frags have talked about their experience playing the game at E3. However, if there's a problem with this video and this is breaching, the NDA, and EA and DICE, hit me up with a strike or notification, I have absolutely no problem in taking it down. However, as far as I'm aware, I'm allowed to upload this because I haven't actually included any gameplay, because a lot of action has been taken against people who have uploaded and streamed gameplay of Battlefront during the alpha. Right, so the gameplay in the background, obviously quite a lot of you will probably have already seen. This is of course the gameplay reveal video that was shown at EA's press conference at E3. I'm just going to let that roll in the background because obviously, as I've already said, I'm not actually permitted to show you any gameplay from the alpha. This gameplay is obviously pre-alpha. However, my experience of the game was very much like this trailer, actually, which was a bit surprising, because you would think this is kind of scripted. It is scripted, obviously, this gameplay, but yeah, no. One of the things I wanted to talk about straight away was the 40 player cap. Honestly, I feel like 64 players would be a bit much. There's a lot going on playing this, especially because the AT-ATs are on rails. You don't have anyone controlling them, and most of the time you don't actually have anyone sitting in the gunner seat of those. I'll get on to how you gain access to the gunner seat within an AT-AT in Walker Assault. Walker Assault was the mode that I played, and the mode you're seeing here on Hoth, obviously. And yeah, the AT-ATs on rails, guys, I wouldn't have it any other way, if I'm honest, because after playing it, the AT-ATs are so crucial to this game mode in particular that I feel like if people were people were given free will as to where they could drive the AT-ATs and such, you would have people driving in hexagonal directions and walking in circles and just doing really stupid things, the typical idiotic things that happen within games like this, and that would either be unfair in the Imperials because they're just guaranteed a loss pretty much if you have an idiot driving one, or it would be unfair in the Rebels if something comes out where, like say for example, you can hide behind a cliff or something, and they're really hard to shoot at. They're just possible reasons as to why I feel that the AT-ATs are better on rails. They're just crucial to the game mode. So the way you gain access to the AT-AT gunner seat, as well as the other vehicles like the TIE Fighter, X-Wing, Snow Speeders, and what was the other one? AT-STs whenever I was playing. I'm pretty sure it's the same story with the Speeders on Endor as well. Is little power-ups. They basically look like the insignia of the team you're playing as. So the Rebel insignia if you're playing as the Rebels, and the Imperial insignia if you're playing as the Imperials. They just float. There's loads of them around the map, and you pick them up and you'll get a random drop. However, the ones for the vehicles, like there'll be a little TIE Fighter inside it. It's pretty obvious and hard to explain, but whenever you play the game, or even in this gameplay, there might be footage of one of the players receiving one. But yeah, they're scattered around the map. That's also how you become one of the heroes within the game. Confirmed heroes at the minute, I believe, are Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Han Solo, and Boba Fett. Chewbacca is a possibility as well. However, yeah, whenever I was playing, I didn't have the experience of seeing anyone playing as a hero. They're pretty hard to find, the hero drops. So yeah, it doesn't work like it did in the old Battlefront, where you would have to, I guess, earn it and play well. It's just a little drop around the map. However, whenever I was playing it, this is a new mechanic to the game, picking up stuff in terms of drops. It was actually kind of surprising, and it worked well. That's also how you gain access to the rocket launcher that the guy used to take out the AT-ST in this footage, as well as the little bubble shield thing which he uses towards the end of the gameplay here. It's also how you gain access to those, and the orbital strikes, and what's the other one? It's like a thermal detonator thing, which is also shown in this. gameplay. One of the things that I found to be a bit underwhelming was the flying in the game. They have stated that the flying is nowhere near what they want it to be at the minute, which is good because you know, playing it honestly, I did not feel like it was a great example of how the various different vehicles would you know, fly in the game. I don't know, the control scheme just felt kind of clunky, and the way they seem to be doing it at the minute is like the faster your vehicle is traveling, it's like the less damage you do or something, which I don't really understand that. However, I guess it kind of adds an extra aspect that, you know, you gotta slow down if you want to be doing the most damage, but that also lets you know, ground targets take you out quicker, or, you know, of course, X-Wings and stuff like that. And there weren't any maneuvers in the game, you know, for example, the old barrel rolls or the various spins you used to be able to do in the version that I played. However, I'm pretty sure these are to be added in. So yeah, that was one aspect that I was a little disappointed with. However, you know, it is important to realise that whenever I was playing, and obviously at E3, it was only alpha gameplay, and there's much to be improved in that department. With regard to the various viewpoints in the game, obviously there's first and third person, like the old Battlefront games. I'd guess that a lot of you, like myself, would have been using third person in Battlefront 2 the most. However, I actually found myself using first person whenever, you know, playing this game quite a lot, which was a bit surprising to myself. However, I really do prefer the way they've done the whole zooming in with first person, the way it's a bit more like a scope rather than, you know, your typical Mass Effect style zoom in and third person, you know, or something like Uncharted or even The Last of Us. You know, there's no scope, it's just kind of zoomed in a bit more. I preferred it in first person, so I do feel like, you know, you're going to have to switch between first and third person, especially if you're using something like a sniper. But yeah, guys, that really does it for me. You know, I'm really excited for the game's full release now. I guess there's going to be a beta at some point, because DICE always does betas for the games. So hopefully a lot more you will get to experience the game then. Game looks great, obviously, built on Frostbite 3, sorry. Most games do look great in that engine, and yeah, this definitely is probably the most authentic Star Wars game to date. And I'm really excited to see, you know, the news and other information leading up to the release. But yeah, guys, that does it for me. Covered most of the things that I noticed in my time playing the alpha. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and yeah, cheers.